Hey you guys, welcome to another episode of Share My World. Did you miss me? And be honest. But hey you guys, I haven't seen you guys in a hot minute. Same old, wife, mother. You know how that goes. But yeah, it's just been crazy. And you guys are probably wondering where's the blue hair. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if you ladies know that when you put a freaking ponytail in your hair that requires bobby pins, they have the tendency to stab you in the back of your head. It's ridiculous. I can't tell you how many times I had to take out my blue ponytail out of my head. It's ridiculous. I think I probably took it out probably approximately like 5, 6, 7 times because it kept stabbing me in the back of my head. I swear I thought I was bleeding for a minute there because that shit hurt like hell. But thank goodness I wasn't. I guess for the simple fact that I still have the feeling that something is still stabbing me. So yeah, unfortunately I had to take it out. So I had to, put another ponytail in my head. But hopefully I'll get it professionally done, because obviously when a professional does it, they make it to the point where the bobby pin is not stabbing you in your freaking skull. I'm sorry, I'm an amateur when it comes to that. So thought I'd do something a little differently here with the rest of the season with my episodes. I don't know if you guys heard me in past episodes, but I do write stories. And I haven't had any published yet, unfortunately. I haven't found a publisher yet. But if you guys know of any publishers that you can refer me to, please let me know. Message me on my YouTube channel, or you can message me on my Facebook or my Instagram. I do have those. You can get in touch with me. But yeah, I write stories. I have 3 stories right now that are already finished, just waiting to be published. And right now I'm actually writing on 2 stories right now, and one is a short story. It's like an erotic short story. It's full of all these like sexual short stories and whatnot. So it's actually really fun. Kind of gets you on the little sexual, seductive side of me, whatever. Yeah, people, yeah, you know the drill, whatever, fuck you. And another one that I am currently writing on is I call it a sci-fi story. It's my first one ever, and it's called Alter. And if you guys are fans of the Fun Fact Show, which is the host is Terrence Woods, he calls himself the random guy. So, hi, bro. Nah. He's gonna kick my ass. But yeah, I did an episode with him where I read the prologue of my story Alter. I don't know when the next time I'm gonna do a show with him, because I was supposed to have read the first chapter of my story, but I read the prologue. So if you guys want to hear me read the prologue to Alter, check out, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's episode either 55 or 56. I'll have to get back with you on that at the end of this video. But it's me and him, and I'm reading the prologue to Alter and giving you like a summary of what this story is about. But since that was some time ago, I can just refresh your memory. Alter, if you guys are up on current events, Alter is short for alter ego. And it's about, oh, just FYI, all my friends, and I have some celebrities in there that I would love to portray the parts of these characters. So let me explain. So Alter is the story begins with Danica Winters, which is me. Yes, I put myself as the main character in stories. It's inspiration. Danica Winters is a recovering alcoholic. She had to do 6 months in rehab because she had she got herself into an issue that involved the law, and they gave her a choice, either to serve jail time or go to rehab. She decided to go to rehab. She was in there for 6 months. She gets out. Her little sister, Sharon, which is played by Shauna Woods, another good friend of mine. I love you, honey. I miss you. And she got an apartment for us, and we go, and they basically go to the apartment, and their boyfriends are there, which is Damon Winters, that's my husband, D'Angelo, and Trevor Williams, which is played by Terrence Woods, the guy who's the host of the Fun Fact Show. And we're all just, you know, they throw Danica, you know, a welcome home, sorry, a welcome home party. And then they all decide to, let's just go to Florida and let's just have a ball or whatever. So they all go to Florida, and one by one they are drugged, kidnapped, and they are cloned. And two of their friends try to figure out what's wrong with their friends, and they think something's wrong, so they go on a scavenger hunt trying to figure out what the hell is going on. So far, that's the summary of it. I'm sorry if it doesn't seem like it's making much sense, but basically, in a nutshell, it's about a scientist who was obsessed with cloning humans. Because I don't know if you know that you can clone animals, go figure, but humans, I think it's a little bit more complicated, a little bit more complex, I don't know. But like I said, this is a sci-fi story. This is my first ever sci-fi story, actually, so it's going to be a whole lot more complex. But my inspiration was Resident Evil, again, like I said on the Fun Fact show at one point. Resident Evil was my inspiration because, you know, Alice is, you know, they make clones of her, and the thought is like, well, okay, but these are not just ordinary clones. These are our alter egos that he created and brought out. These are our alter egos. These are part of us. So whatever we feel, they feel, except the clones are evil. So I was actually considering reading you guys my story that I have so far. I have 10 chapters written up right now. I'm on the 11th one right now, which I need to get started working on because my homie T had given me some ideas last night, and I really need to get up on this because I've been kind of slacking off a little bit with writing my stories. So I definitely got to get back on this because I want this done. And then another friend of mine, Natasha, hey Giggles, her book is coming out May the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. So I definitely want to read her story. It's called Craven Her Honey Love, if I'm not mistaken. But that book is coming out. You guys all need to go check it out. I haven't read any of her books or her stories, but I guarantee you it will be wonderful. Point blank to the period. So I believe that I should take the time and use the rest of these episodes of Share My World to read my story and see what you all think about it. Now, your opinions do matter to me, and I would love to get your opinions. So if you guys have any ideas to make my story even more better than it already is, like I said, you can message me on my YouTube channel, Facebook, or Instagram. And if I have true fans out there, then I know I will definitely hear from you guys now. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and read you the first chapter of my book, Alter. And, oh, okay, I guess this is not going to be a reverse looking camera. Okay, but yeah, this is the front cover. Sorry if I don't have any very artsy type work. But yeah, it's Alter, and there are two sides to every one, written by Sapphire Gemstone. I might change my name, though. It might just be written by Blue or whatever, but I gotta come up with some type of creativity. So, sorry I have to turn the show off I was watching, and I don't want to be distracted with it, so, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm just all over the place. So, this is the first chapter of Alter, so I hope you guys will find it great. But I can try to change my voice around or whatever, but I'll do the best I can, or I might just read it straight through. So this is chapter 1. My sponsor wants me to keep in touch with him daily. Danica Winters explained to her little sister Sharon. That sounds like a plan to me, Sharon says. After being in rehab for 6 months, Danica was released. No more alcohol. It doesn't solve my problems or make things better, Danica preached. I believe you, sis, but Mom and Dad will need proof of that, Sharon warned her. Danica rolled her eyes. Their mother, Jill, was an overbearing, overprotective person who wants to control everything and everyone. When she found out that Danica was drinking, she was pissed. The final straw was the night that Danica drove drunk and crashed into a pole. She was charged with reckless endangerment and a DUI. Her punishment was 6 months at the Fairview Rehab Center for Alcoholics in Gary, Indiana. During the first 3 months, Sharon and her boyfriend, Trevor Williams, came to see her, as well as Danica's boyfriend, Damon, who was Trevor's older brother. Things seemed to be improving until Jill and her ex-husband, Eric, came to the meeting and all hell broke loose. It took every ounce of my being not to slap Mom in her face, Danica said. I know. I feel the tension between you, and that is why I sat right next to you, Sharon explained. Now, at this point, y'all, this is the flashback. I'll let you know when it's over, but this is the flashback. Danica's therapist, Dr. Remus, couldn't hardly get a word in because Jill and Eric were having a scream fest with each other. I will not sit here and lie to my girls. I should have talked to them about the whole divorce, but this woman wouldn't let me see them or talk to them, Eric said. Oh, please, you must think I was born yesterday. All you want to do was turn my girls against me, Jill replied. Mama, knock it off, Danica screamed. Everyone got quiet. This is why I started getting drunk, because all you want to do is fight with Dad, everyone else who doesn't agree with you, Danica explained. That's not true. I'm tired of fighting. The drinking, the divorce, the courtrooms, the long-distance phone calls. I'm tired of it all, Jill said. I'm tired of you wanting to control everything in our lives. It pisses me off when you favor one daughter and isolate the other one like it doesn't matter, Danica replied. After the family meeting, Dr. Remus sent Danica to her room and took the Winters to his office. Doc, I really think that Danica needs some more help with her anger because that girl has some unsolved issues, Jill said. I agree. But I still believe that you and Danica have a lot to deal with, Dr. Remus said. What? Jill yelled. Mama, he's right. You and Danica can't be in the same room, let alone the same planet, Sharon told her. Well, what's done is done, and now I'm free. Flashback's over. Danica yelled. I have some great news. While you were in rehab, Daddy got me a place, and it is beautiful, Sharon smiled. When did you move out? Danica asked. While you were in rehab, Mom was always in my business, so with Dad being a real estate agent, he found a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom apartment in Apple Ridge. Just to let you know, I believe Apple Ridge is made up. I really don't think there's no such thing as Apple Ridge, Illinois. If it is, what a coincidence. Sharon smiled. Wow, I can't wait to see it, Danica said. Sharon pulled into the parking lot of Sunrise Apartments. The grass was neatly cut and the neighborhood looked clean as hell. The girls got out the car and headed upstairs. At least I don't have to deal with Ma, Danica said. Exactly. I got another surprise for you as well, Sharon said. Damn, girl, I feel so spoiled today, Danica laughed. You deserve it, sis. You have worked so hard in rehab and you need to be pampered. Sharon unlocked the door and let Danica in. Surprise! And 2 voices shouted, Who was that? Danica asked. I don't know. Let's find out, Sharon said. OMG! Danica yelled. It was Damon. It was Damon, Danica's boyfriend, and his brother Trevor. Welcome home, baby girl, Trevor said. Oh, thank you. Danica gave him a hug and then gave in a hug and a kiss. I miss you, baby, Damon said. Yeah, me too, Danica said. Come on, people. Come on, party people. We're gonna have a great time, Sharon shouted. Yeah, so what does Danica want to do first? Trevor asked. I want to watch something funny. How about the Kings of Comedy? She asked. Great. I'll put it in. You guys get the refreshments, Trevor said. Danica and Damon went into the kitchen to get some food. So, how was rehab? Damon asked her. While she was there, she barely spoke to him because he was always stopping her from drinking and partying. It put a strain on their relationship. During her trial, Damon had to testify about seeing her leaving the party and get into a car driving drunk. She couldn't believe that her man would betray her like that. Even Trevor couldn't believe it. Danica was his best friend in the world. For years they have been there for each other. Although he didn't like her drinking, he always helped her whenever she needed it. When she ran away from home, Trevor took her in until she was ready to go home, or until Sharon came looking for her. Damon was jealous of their friendship at first, but realized it was only a kid brother and kid sister thing. Soon after, Sharon and Trevor started dating. It was creepy at first, but I started to get better as soon as time went on, Danica said. You look great. Damon smiled. Thanks. Detox phase was a trip. Plus, I was on a diet and exercising 4 days a week, she explained. Damn, girl, they wasn't playing with you, he said. Hey, let's get this party started, Trevor shouted. The four friends gathered on the couch and watched the movie. During the movie, the couples made out. Before they can go any further, the doorbell rang. Oh, wow, who was that ruining our kissing session? Trevor asked. Go see, nigga, Damon said. Trevor got up and looked out the peephole. Girls, it's your mother, he shouted. Danica got up as well as Sharon. Hello, girls. I came to welcome Danica home. Jill smiled. Why are you here, Mama? How did you know that Danica got out of rehab? Sharon asked her. I called Dr. Remus and he told me your lazy-ass father wouldn't answer my call, so I figured that you would be the one to pick her up, Jill explained. Suddenly, Danica slapped Jill across the face as hard as she can. Get out of here, Danica shouted. Is that any way to treat your mother? Jill asked as she wiped her bloody lip. Look, I never want to see you again, so get out of here before I seriously hurt you, Danica told her. Sharon, Trevor, and Damon tried to mend the situation. Ladies, this is not going to solve anything, Damon said. Fine, I'll go. Don't call me when you fall off the wagon, Jill yelled. Bitch, I'll push you off the wagon, Danica yelled back at her as she drove off. The girls embraced each other and went back into the house. That, my dear friends, is chapter 1 of Alter. Now, like I said before, Danica is out of rehab. Sharon has got this place for both her to start all over again. Damon and Trevor are over there trying to, have fun because, they're welcoming her home. And their mother, Jill, pops up out of nowhere, pretty much trying to ruin everything that they had planned for Danica. Danica wasn't having it, and bitch slaps her mother across the face where she had a busted lip. So, clearly, you can see that Eric, their father, is the more calm, cool, collected guy who just wants to be truthful and be there for his daughters. But Jill is the kind of woman that's like, well, you know what, you divorced me, you divorced our girls, so why the hell do you give a two shits about our girls when you don't give a two shits about me, which is not the case. So, yeah, that's what I wrote down. I did notice a few mistakes in there, but it's been a while since I've actually read chapter 1. And like I said, originally I was supposed to have guest starred on the Fun Fact Show to read you the first chapter, but like I said, I don't know when the next time I'm going to be able to go over there and actually read the first chapter of my story. So you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and read the story myself on my Share My World show. And we're going to leave it at that. If I do get a chance to read it on his show, then what the hell. But if not, who cares? I'll just read it on my show, and then that way you guys can get a more better glimpse of it. And I would like to thank you all for reacting to my reaction movie trailers. I've noticed the views are going up on those. So I will definitely be doing a movie trailer today. On what movie, I don't know. Just have to be surprised. I might do one or two. It all depends. But I'm definitely going to do one today. But that's like I said, the first chapter, and I will definitely read you the second chapter next week, because you've clearly seen my daughter, my 1-year-old, upstairs asleep. My husband is gone to work, and my other kids are in school. So Monday and Tuesdays are probably the only 2 good days that I'll be able to do my episode. But until then, I will see you guys next week on Tuesday with chapter 2 of Alter. And I love you guys. Be classy, not trashy. This is Blue signing off. Take care.